Yeah, brushes. Hey, I'm Billy, and in this video we're going to look at wire brushes, so beginner brushes. How to get started with brushes, so they're very different to sticks. So the first thing is just to get used to the feel of the brushes and just play some rudiments, some singles, doubles, paradiddles, flams, any of the patterns that you would normally practice with sticks. And then you can look at any other patterns that you'd play with sticks. Any groove patterns that you would normally play with sticks. Just get a feel for it, and also you want to try and get a nice balance between all the parts. Playing with brushes is a really lovely little sound, and it's obviously softer. So if you're playing lighter music, more acoustic music, it's perfect for that. Just when drumsticks is basically too loud. So, but you want to get a nice balance between everything. Don't kind of belt out the bass drum. Just nice and relaxed. Make everything. It sits in a nice, comfortable mix of everything. Okay, so then the advantage of playing with brushes is that we can do this kind of sweeping motion on the snare drum. Okay, so the first thing with the right hand, if you're right-handed, just have a go at sweeping the brush from side to side. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and just keeping a nice even beat. Keeping a nice even eighth note pattern. And then you could do the same with the left hand. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4. Okay, so that's the first thing. Then we could do more of a circle motion. So if we start with the right brush at the bottom of the snare, and you could start on the top. I'm just saying the bottom just because that's fine. So we could do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay. And then the same with the left brush. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we could do both brushes together doing circles. So they're going to go out and then come in, and they're not going to sort of collide, but they're just going to sweep past each other. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. Then we could maybe add a bit of bass drum, just playing a light bass drum on 1 and 3. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay. Then you could add some other bass drum notes. For example, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you could carry on and just keep building on that basically. We could play a bit of hi-hat with the foot on the 2 and 4 for a light, not really a backbeat, but a light emphasis on the second and fourth beats. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 okay. Then how about playing a kind of eighth note pattern with the right? Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3 and sorry, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and Okay. Now you don't have to do the hi-hat foot as well. I'm just giving you ideas. So you could just work on circles with the left and some eighth notes with the right, as if you're playing hi-hat in a groove or right cymbal in a groove. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Add a little backbeat with the right hands. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. So then, when you're comfortable with that and you've tried a few different bass drum ideas, then you could maybe try a little quicker. 2 and 3 and 4 maybe a little drum fill. Okay, so that's an idea to get a little groove happening with this sweeping motion or circles with the left hands. You could combine a bit of kind of time with the right hands and a kind of sweeping motion, you know, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and, you know, for example, it's mainly experimenting, coming up with ideas, adding the left foot, you know, for 1, 2 and 3 and 4, doing a kind of offbeat idea with the hi-hat foot, 1 2 3 4 . Okay, so that's a great introduction, I think, to brushes. You know, get some sweeping happening, get some circles in time. This can take some time as well to get confident with that, but that's the beauty of brushes, getting that sweeping sound, that kind of smooth, really jazzy sound, you know. So yeah. Great, have a look at that. You could then play, you know, kind of a circle per eighth note, you know, sort of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, you know, as well. You could look into that. But hope that has helped. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments box. And please subscribe to my channel. Thanks a lot. Cheers. Bye.